Good whenever to whoever may be watching. I'm Milsey, and look at the new setup we got going on today. We got a wide angle, we got a close-up with the DSLR, so it's extra crispy. Still same iPhone camera. We also have a 3D print camera going on because we got the enclosure for our Cheesecake tracker that's being printed. We have I believe a mount for a Vive 3.0 tracker for the haptic gloves. And we also have, oh right, my first enclosure that I've designed for the Arctic slime tracker PCB, so I don't get solder points jammed against my skin. I'm actually just going to double check how that is right now, if you will grant me the patience of a moment. So far, so good by the looks of things. Today, though, we are going to be working on a few things. We're going to be working on the flex sensor gloves from Gizmo. We're going to be working on Cheesecake tracker with an acrylic lid enclosure. Shout out to Angelina from TMU for helping me with that. We're going to be working on maybe the haptic gloves if the header pins arrive in time. It's going to be a chill day. It's going to be a great day. Okay. And I finally got the right resistors for these. 10 ohm, quarter watt. I don't know what the 1% means, but it's 10 ohm resistors with a quarter watt. That's the ones you have to get for the flex sensor gloves. Hello to whoever is watching. Welcome to the stream. Right now, I'm working on some flex sensor SlimeVR gloves while I try to procrastinate the Amazon delivery of the header pins for the flex sensor gloves. So we need 5 resistors, 10 ohm, quarter watt. We need 5 flex sensors, and we got the PCB all set. En 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Just gonna put these back in here to keep them safe. There we go. There we go. Right, and I need safety glasses. I also need to bring my tools closer. You can see so much more now. It's crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room filled with rats. And the rats, you know, the rats made me crazy. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I have a phone with the glove documentation from GitHub. I'll be sure to link it in the description, but since I'm live streaming the 3D printing process, I'm just going to pull that up for myself. Hang on a sec. Do I have? No, I don't. Gizmo, gloves, GitHub. Oddly enough, I'm getting SlimeVR gloves. Gizmo, let's add SlimeVR. Let's see what happens. Weird. I'm only getting Lucid gloves. That's odd. Oh well. Okay. What to start with then? You know what? I have an idea. Let's start off with the easiest thing and then progressively get more difficult. Cheesecake tracker, because I know how to do that like the back of my head. But this, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit spicy. Because we aren't using a SlimeDev BNO. We're using a knockoff one from AliExpress. Right, safety glasses. Because the last thing I want is solder. Ooh, these need cleaning. Because the last thing I want is solder going in my eyes. As a graphic designer, filmmaker, well, I guess musician, I just rely on sound. But like, for everything else I do media-wise, I need my site. Alright, these are cleaned off to the best of my ability. Let's get the tiny solder. Let's get you ready. Let's have a fun day. Nice, chill stream. We don't even need the resistors right now. There we go. The only things we need are you, the battery, and the Cheesecake tracker itself. You know what's odd to me that I just realized? Why are there two sets of pinouts? That's interesting. Like, can you see that? Or let me... There. Now you should be able to see it. There's the BNO pinouts on the left, but on the right, you have something that looks like it would be for a BMI 270 or like an LSM tracker, which is interesting. Now I no longer have to reach up to re-enable that, which is nice. Man, I wish they made ones where it was just like even on both sides. Because like this does not give me a lot to work with, but this is like overkill. It'll be vice. Oh, you know what? I actually, hang on. I remember what I have to do for this, because this is where things get a little weird. Because it will be the same on both sides once I get rid of this plastic bit. But in order to do that, what in the actual... No, are you serious? Hang on, that seems ridiculous. It's literally all of them, but one. That's absurd. Hang on. I'm gonna grab a SlimeDev one just to compare. Yeah, right as SlimeDev shut down production, I was about to order a full panel, and this is all that remains now. Oh, wow, these even do have pinouts for extensions. That's really cool. These don't. Okay. But even with these, it's not like... Yeah, you still have that issue. That's weird. Okay, you go back in containment for now. I will find a plan for you someday. Okay. So, I guess the way we're gonna have to approach this is split it in two. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break. Hello to whoever's joined. Oh, my streaming quality is gone to garbage. But if you can hear or see me, right now we're working on a Cheesecake tracker. Under the SlimeVR umbrella, but still. Right, and now we have to, where's my X-Acto? There we go. Yeah, what I'm gonna say is for now, for soldering the underside, we're gonna give it a little bit extra. But we can fix that once we remove the header pins. Screw my allergies or whatever virus I caught. Like, I'm not sick, I'm just sniffly. But I think that has partially to do with the weather changing and pollen being born again into the environment more than anything else. I think that's fine. Okay. How are we doing? It's a little sketch, but I can make it work. Let's not do the chunky solder. Chunky solder is only for, what's it called? Soldering cables together. Let's turn you on. Okay, we're about 420. Let's not overheat it too much, because the last thing I want is to, like, melt it out of the thing. There we go, nice and clean. Are we still in shot? Yeah. I'll take it. Whoever wants it can have it. They were not joking about soldering to like a darker colored PCB being harder. It's black or white that are like the hardest ones. Green obviously being the easiest. I wonder if there is a non-standard color that's easier. let's get away. Let's get the battery out of here. You know what, that's gonna need some support on the other side, actually. Wait. Before flashing, board must be connected to the battery. Okay, I thought it was the other way around. It's like before connecting the battery, you must flash the tracker, but no. Gosh dang it. I'm actually gonna get a bit of solder wick to clean up that one that stole the solder. For some reason it's not budging. Where's I'm gonna apply some flux, but just to the wick, just to give it a little bit more something to work with. It's not perfect, but it's an improvement for sure. You keep getting these little like solder poops. Wipe away. Just gonna, yeah. There we go. Much better. Just gonna clean these up a little bit more and then go from there. Yeah, that's definitely better. Perfect. There we go. Amazing. Perfect first try. We love when that happens. Now we just have the other 4-ish to deal with. And then the battery, and then that's it. That's literally it. This is the well, not fastest. I can do an Arctic in like 30 minutes, but like this, in my opinion, is one of the easiest slime trackers to make next to ordering it from Slime Dev or ordering a BMI 270 Cheesecake, which is already just assembled, and the only thing you have to do is literally plug in the battery. Amazing. Perfect. Really good. Okay. Next up. Let's get that out of here. Yep, that works too. Yeah. Sometimes you get like little balls of it. There we go. All right, last one, or last two. My bad. It's not wanting to go around the other side for some reason. That's weird. Yeah, I think now that we have mostly all of them, it's not going to be an issue of, like, falling off. We can sort of get around it a bit better. Ooh, okay. Last one. Perfect. Before we flip it over to do the IMUs, I'm just going to see if anything needs some cleaning or special attention. So that one right there may need some cleaning, and the one right beside it may need a bit more solder. Either way, I think it's going to be fine. And honestly, that's just me being a tad paranoid. I think it's fine. Okay. Here we go. There are the header pins for the BNO. So, or IMU. Now I have to do the annoying part of breaking it off, breaking the plastic bit here off. And hope I don't... Oh, it's actually... Yeah, I guess when it's like... Hang on, I can just do it with this probably. When it's not as big, it's not going to be as hard of a task to just pry that off. Normally on... when I'm doing the Wemos pin headers, sometimes I used to strip them down. But now with the USB port, I don't really. But with the IMUs, Yeah, that sample was totally obtained legally. They totally contacted Capcom and used that perfect sample in complete accordance with copyright law. I gotta find some new royalty-free music to spice things up. Okie dokie. Now that the plastic headers are off, we should be able to just slide this on there. And boom, it fits perfectly. So now all we gotta do is solder this side of it to the board. There we go. Okay, so basically we're just gonna go top to bottom, get all these little pin heads, and the last thing we have to do after that's the battery, and then we're done. Okay, you gotta take a second to heat up. That is beautiful. Wonder if I can get a little bit more of a zoom. Like ultra close-up soldering. I did not just hang on. Okay, good. I was about to say, if I just broke that board that fast, that would have been hilarious. It's like, geez, I know I'm not an engineer, but come on. Wait a minute, the print just failed, didn't it? I thought I was smart by trying to print everything at once. This is what being smart gets you. Oh, that's weird. The camera froze. Oh, right, because I shut it off. I don't know what damage has been done to my printer, but I guess I'll evaluate that after the stream. Oh, I wish I spotted that earlier. That's unfortunate. Okay. Safety glasses. Shoot. I have some backup ones. Okay, so now that we don't have any distractions, let's try this again. Oh, that's a shame. I don't like how close to the edge that is. There we go. Just because the auxiliary connector is kind of in the way, I'm going to flip it around. Oh. Trying to make sure it stays in focus. Yeah, we got some solder balls. I know I'm really piling it on there. It's, I'm just trying to combat the issue where it's, like, not really going on at all. I don't like that. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh, I gotta be really careful. Okay, so that works. Just gotta clean up that little ball. It almost ruined everything. Welcome to whoever's currently watching. I'm just about to wrap up this cheesecake tracker. I'm on the second set of pins for the BNO. And once we're done that, all I have to solder is the battery. And then it's on to the flex sensor gloves. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I'd say that's good. There we go. That's everything soldered on there except for the battery. I may try to clean up some of it with some solder wick. Just some of the larger blobs. Because right now it's pretty blobby. There we go. Fun fact, heat is very hot. Why are you out of focus? Focus on you. There. There we go. No more auto-focusing off of it. Ah. How much of this can I just cut off? Like a significant amount. Okay, so that's enough of that. Okay. Last thing I want to do. Solder on the battery. Oh, la-di-da, thank you. That's totally what I wanted. There we are. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Hang on. I know I failed abysmally with the earlier one, but... let's see what we can do. It's mainly just the ADO and the SDA that I want to clean up now. Well, we got the SDA. That's beautiful now. I'm just gonna go over to the ADO and see if I can give it a similar treatment. Honestly, what SDA did made it a whole lot better. Okay. I'm going to call it good. The last thing we have to do now is solder the battery to it from underneath. While I'm down here, I might as well just clean everything up. Those aren't bridged, right? No. Just... nope, it's just a bit of flux. Okay. There we go. And now the last thing we have to solder is our battery. The first thing I'm gonna do is tin the wires, though, because I've learned from my mistake. Good lord. Okay. we? I swear the song plays like 3 times on this playlist. Okay, I'm gonna say that's 10 before I get sprayed with any more rosin or whatever it's called. There we go. Now let's get that negative wire going through there. Perfect. Let's see if we can't zoom back in on it. And no more chunky wire. We're now back to tiny wire. There we go. And now for our last wire. Voila! And look at that. It powers on and everything. And yeah, that is how you make a, if it'll focus. Goodness. What is it? You're focusing on you? Okay. Focus. That's how you make a chocolate cheesecake slime tracker. Just 3 parts. PCB, IMU, and battery. I would have had the case to put it in if the print didn't just fail. But yeah, that's that. I actually may solder just a little bit on top because the positive lead's just a tad exposed. hate when it does that. There we go. And we're still gold. Look at that. Boom. I actually didn't break something today. Yippee! Cheesecake tracker done. Alrighty. Next up is the flex sensor gloves. And I'm actually just going to double check if Amazon dropped off the pin headers for the haptic gloves. BRB. No news on it yet, so we're moving on. Okay. Okay. Are these all the same length? Hope they are. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. So, actually, you know what? I should be able to tell just from the leftover solder where to do it. One, two, three, 4, 5. Why is A2 there? Why is ground out? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need the GitHub. That's the order that we're soldering stuff to. Okay, so we're going to start off with soldering the negative bit to A9, which is not on here. Okay, we're gonna start with 33. Oh, here we go, A9. Okay. I just want to check something. Where's A9? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, to fit both a resistor and a wire in there, I'm probably just gonna have to chop it. Just like by 50%. Yeah, now that should fit in there better. Once I tin it, that is. I'm not going to touch you because I think all the positive leads just go to one area, so no sense screwing with that right now. Okay. So A9, or also known as 33, and a negative lead, or actually it's going to be more like negative lead and then the resistor. Yeah, because that's a tight squeeze already. Yeah, it's not really cooperating. I may do it his way, actually. It's where it's less clean, but at least it works. Because what I'm guessing is, like, let's try this on a hole I didn't previously solder, because I think I know what's going on here. Or not. No. So what I'm probably going to do then is I'm going to solder, I'm going to do what he did, which was solder all the resistors on top and then just like solder mount directly the flex wires to the bottom. This is like, and the reason I'm doing it is just because it literally won't fit otherwise. Something tells me that designing that PCB won't be the worst idea after all. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. So now what we're gonna do, which bit unconventional, we're going to SMD it to the bottom of the board, which means we're gonna have to cut off a little bit because we don't have a lot to work with. It does make things a little bit easier, but it also does make it a tad messier. Something like that. That does not feel correct. It's like everything in my brain is screaming this is wrong. But that's how we did it. And that's going to be hopefully a little bit easier on me. Okay. Let's go to the GitHub and see what's next. There we go. Okay. Next up is A7 followed by A2. So A7 in this case is 32 and A2 in this case is 34. Okay. Wait, what was where? God, it's like, okay, B7, A6, Q12, bingo! 32, okay. I think in another 30 minutes I'm just going to go for a water break, just because I've been down here so long. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful day outside. Like, I mean, depending on how fast I get this done, I may just call this a Gizmo and Slime Cheesecake stream and then wait until the, what's it called? The pin headers come in for the haptic gloves. Something like that. That's a beauty. Beauty right there. Is that a Canadian thing? I just realized that. It's like beauty, bud. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. You could honestly use a little more. Just to like cement it. Okay, that's a tad much. That's the thing with this. If it doesn't click... Ow. If what I was saying before I touched a 400-degree ball of solder, is that if it doesn't click, it just pools up, and then it's just like, you get way too much, and it's just like chunky solder over there, which we don't want for this. Much better. Okay. Now let's flip it over and get the other flex sensor going. Okay, so, well, I don't think, right now, I don't think what each flex sensor is matters, because it's not like there are different lengths depending on the lengths of your fingers. No, it's kind of just a one-size-fits-all flex sensor kind of deal right now. I'm triple checking that this is, yes, 10 kiloohm resistors, quarter watt. Perfect. Okay. Did I? Yes, I did half it, actually. But I'm not sure if I'll need to do that now, since we're just, you know, like, SMDing it to the other side. I'm just gonna keep this. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Normally I'd say that's a problem, but honestly, since we're SMDing it, that's kind of a benefit of just having little clumps of solder on it. Ugh. Keep touching the flux, and it's like, you know when you touch wet food at the bottom of the thing? Ugh. You know what I may do, though? I may just snip it a bit, just to give me a shorter wire. Because we don't want to tango too much. We don't have a lot of room. This is the one with the sample. Watch. Perfect. Yep. Alright, hopefully that stays on there. Feels like it. Hope it does. Okay, that's this side. Next up, I believe A2, I want to say? Yeah. I think it's A2, A3, A6. Then we worry about ground. Okay. Okay, so this project is basically taking flex sensor data and translating that into finger bend data, so that way the SlimeVR server can track my fingies. Right now, you missed earlier on, we soldered this, one of the, in my opinion, best and least parts to make Slime Tracker, and right now we're on the Gizmo SlimeVR glove. Bingo, yes. They are motion tracking gloves for VR, but they can also be used for other motion capture stuff, Blender, Unreal, Unity, you name it. Okay, A2 is next. I'm just going to confirm that A2 is next through the GitHub. Perfect. Okay. So, I know this is a little bit of a weird soldering method, doing resistors on top and then SMDing it to the bottom. I do want to work on my own circuit eventually, my own PCB for it. A2. Just want it like a little bit out of the pinhole. Aw, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, I'm hopefully soldering some haptic gloves coming up. But right now, it's just some SlimeVR related stuff for today. Well, unless the header pins come in the mail. Yep. Boop. Perfect. Yeah, my goal with all this is to eventually have like a full body motion capture suit. I already have SlimeVR trackers for the limbs. I have face tracker with Babel. I have eye trackers with eye track VR, and this is fingers. Yeah, I'd say that's good. Okay. Something like that. Right, we need to tin this first. Because I've unfortunately broken a haptic glove PCB. Oh, my signal's dropping out. Let's see if it'll rebound. There we go. Oh, okay, I'll deal with it. Anyways, as I was saying, when I was soldering the haptic glove PCB, I accidentally put like just a regular wire through, no tinning, and then it got stranded, bridged the connection, and just destroyed it, which made me have to restart. And I'm actually, once I got the pin headers, I may have to restart it for a third time even, because I was misinformed that soldering directly to the potentiometers would be fine. But no, apparently they burn out like well, Lucas did say they are prone to burning easily, but not like the danger of that extent was not like emphasized in the video. It's like, yeah, you can, just be careful, which I was. But then I saw Mystical's video on it and he's like, don't do it, you'll burn all of them. And then there was like an audio recording of Lucas like, yeah, I went through a whole box of them. I'm like, God dang it. There we go. Adafruit Feather V2, not Arduino. Okay. I got that confused on this morning's stream. Just gonna quit out of Chrome, so hopefully the stream quality is a little bit better. Because honestly, like, sure, it's nice to have real-time viewer data, but what's really nice is to be able to just see the chat and have a good quality stream. Right, and we need to trim this a bit because it's pretty big. There we go. There we go. Perfect. There. Let's get Flux out of the way, my mouse out of the way. Let's just make it a little bit easier for y'all to see stuff. Ah! Wonder if that'll be good enough. Well, we're about to find out. Nope. I'm gonna leave that, honestly. I know it's not as much as the others, but given the proximity to everything, I just want to give the other negative wires some room. Like over here, we had like an extra pinhole in between, so we didn't have to worry about it as much, but these are just back to back to back. Next up, let's see. Like, the way I approach engineering is kind of like assembling IKEA furniture. Like, I have the instructions, I have the parts. Do I know what every part in the system does? I know this resists stuff, I know this sends data, I know this is a battery, and I know this tracks movement. And I know this is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. But do I know what each component exactly does? Okay, so it's A3 and A4 that are next, and oh boy, that is a tight squeeze. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to flip this around, actually, because the other resistor's in the way of it. I don't know, let's say something like that. Okay, this may be a bit harder than I thought. So that's... okay. I want to say something like that. I'm sorry for you not being able to see anything. God I did not just solder that, because that would have been the biggest headache of my life. There we go, something like that. There we go. Oh. Please no, please no. That's fine. That's fine. I say it's fine in the sense that I think I can just stab the soldering iron through it and it'll be fine. I hope. Because if not, that's this board and this, and I guess all the work I've done down the drain yet again. Let's see if I can quickly fix that. Or if that's going to be more of an issue. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit more of an issue. Please do not break. I am begging you. This is like the second last step. God. Murphy's Law has a tendency to screw with me. Owie. Okay, look, you stay. 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 Last thing I want to do is just strip the plating. Okay, what I'm going to do something risky, and I hope it works. I'm going to apply some flux to you, and I'm going to heat up and just place it over it. Not in it, and I'm definitely not going to screw it, because that basically just acts like a brass sponge and strips it. I'm just going to place it on it. That kind of works. I desoldered it without breaking it. Yeah! Oh, it's the small wins, you know? Ah, that's amazing. Okay. Is A3 gonna be okay? I think so, given the circumstances. Let's not hold metal as I heat it up with a 400-degree soldering iron. That's, not very smart on my part. That being said, given the proximity issue, I think it's fine. Okay, let's get you on a 3. Oh, tin it, tin it, tin it, tin it. I have to tin it, or else everything's gonna go catastrophically wrong. So now we get the big boy, the chunky boy. Positive sense, chunky, because chunky is what we need right now. It's what America needs. Oh, man. I'm not sure if any of you have seen Inside Job, the Netflix show that Alex Hirsch worked on, but it's like, America can. We can do and eat whatever we put our minds to. Oh, it's Robotus, actually. It's not the robot president, it's Robotus. Solder. see if I can cut that little bit that's sticking out. That's getting in my way. Nope, that's just there now, forever. Okay. Not the end of the world, honestly. Okay. Just kind of annoying. It's like an inconvenience. More than anything. I'm gonna try something. Nope, come on. I think you're toast. Let's try this again. that gonna hold? Yeah, I'd say so. I just want to make sure that connection wasn't going to bridge. Okay, on to the last one. Oh, shoot. Okay. Scoozy. Okay. Is that gonna... Yeah, that's gonna be fine. That's like the third time it's popped up now. Okay. Last... Oh, I just dropped it. Hang on. Yeah, you know what? After I wrap this up, that may be it until the pin headers arrive. Because, truth be told, that's kind of all I can work on until the pin headers arrive. Okay. We need to get the resistor. And I think I dropped it, so I'm just going to grab a new one. Okay. A4. Is it a dumb question to ask if I can tin resistors? I don't know. Hopefully nothing... Now, why in the hell? I was about to say, hopefully nothing bridged, and then I just pull out the resistor, and I'm like, what the... Better. At least I can't pull it out. Oh, way better. Look at that. Woo! Almost done. Wish I had Chrome open just to see how the stream's holding up. Well, I can always watch the VOD, I guess. But I'm just worried. I'm seeing a lot of red. I keep seeing the frames drop going slowly but surely up. Like, if it jumps to 10%, then I may just figure out what the hell is going on with the stream. As long as I wasn't breaking any resistors. Okay. The nice thing about A4 is that I can be a little... Like, if I push it to the other side, it won't be as bad. I don't think that's going to be enough. Unfortunately. That'd be great if that was enough. Perfect. Okay, so that's all of our not resistors. That's all of our flex sensors soldered up. So now what we have to do is bundle these into one and connect it into the 3v3 port. Or actually, oh, I see what I have to do. Okay, so I have to collect all of these, plug that into the top of the 3v3, then connect all of these and plug it into the bottom of the 3v3. Okay, that's the last thing I have to do here. Just gonna fix my hair real quick. Hang on, let me just double check. So I was wrong. What we have to do is bridge the resistors, and solder them to 3V. And then we have to bridge all the positives and solder that to ground, which are the last two connections. Let's not go with black since we're so low. Let's go with, I don't know, yellow. Good to know I need to order more of that. Ah! This is overkill, but like, better safe than sorry with these things. Because the resistors are going to need a lot to grab onto. Normally I say 10-ep, but in this case, no, because we need all the strands to kind of just like wrap around it. Something like that. And then what I'm gonna do, just to try to protect it, shoot. Well, I mean, all these are supposed to be connected anyways. And you're supposed to stay on. Okay. What I was about to say was, what I want to do is heat shrink that bottom bit, so I'm just going to grab a little bit, but what I should have done in hindsight was add heat shrink onto each of the resistors just to protect it a bit. But, I don't know. Like, if it gets to that point, I'll give it an enclosure. I'll add this on after I solder everything. Right now, it's just more of a get it all in there kind of deal. Okay. And the reason I'm doing it like this is just so there's zero risk of dripping solder onto the board. Because I don't want to take any chances, especially when we're this far in. I don't. Or I'd rather not. Okay. I think that's good. It's kind of an art and a science, and that's why I like this. Let's get that off. Or at least get it more on. Yeah, I don't like how that's just progressively climbing down. Yeah, I touched it and I immediately was like, what am I doing? I'm leaving it. I'm not touching it. It's done. It's good. It's great. Heat shrink is going to need to be a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Now we tin this. Okay. They're so close. I just gotta double check. Ends in sight. Ends in sight. We're actually doing pretty good. You know, if I use the right resistors and didn't accidentally make a paperweight. Oh, that's annoying. Hang on, I'm sure I can clean that up. May just be like that. It's either that or I strip it and try again. I mean, it's not the worst idea. Yeah, I may have to just take the L. Okay, let's tin this. This should hopefully be a bit better once I chop off the top of it. Let's see how that does. Really? No, it works. There we go. Nice little short stop. Just to confirm before I solder it in place and potentially ruin the project, these resistors are all going to 3V. Yes. Okay. The good news is I don't even need an arm to hold that. That's just staying in place on its own. Now back to the teeny tiny solder. Perfect. Now let's just grab some red wire to do all the positive leads on the flex sensors. Okay, you know what? What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to strip off a little bit more, just because I'm like wrapping all of you together and with another cable. I just want to give it the best chance it can get. Will all 5 of these even fit? Keep in mind, we aren't trying to do it by the length of the wire. We're trying to do it based on the footprint of the heat shrink. There we go. That's much better. Now I just gotta grab a little bit of you. I don't know, like, yay much. There we go. And again, like, the only instance in which I tin them is if I'm putting them through pinholes. If it's like this, where I'm just gonna wrap a bunch of them around each other, I don't really see the point. Because we're trying to braid all of this together. Or actually, all of this together. But once I get these 4, I'm just gonna wrap around the last one and then solder and heat shrink it. Check something. One sec. Alrighty. I am convinced there's an IMU inside the soldering iron that detects when it's picked up. Or that it, like, determines the sleep-wake function. Okay. I'm gonna say that's good. Okay. Ew. Gonna see if I can, just sort of flick that off. I mean, if not, it's not the end of the world. It's just gonna be covered up with heat shrink. Okay, whatever. I'm not that peeved by it. Like, if anything, I can just... I just heard it bouncing off my walls. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Where are my skizzers? There they are. I don't... Why are scissors called scissors and not by scissors? Because there's two blades cutting an object. So, beskizzers. And we're back to tinning. Owie. There we go. Yeah, I just got a little bit of flux on my hand. Okay. So now... Okay. Okay. I'm starting to see the vision. All this goes into ground. Oh, I see. It's lumpy. Let's see if we can clean that up. I don't know. I'm just trying to clean it up a bit. Just so it'll go in. There we go. Much better. Okay. Yeah, that does need a little arm to stay in. Gonna get another clamp on it. Don't. I'm not even gonna put the soldering iron over that because I know I'm just gonna make it worse. There we go. The last thing I'm going to do is just put a little solder wick over that port I accidentally soldered. And then we're done. At least for now. Unless I literally end the stream and the pin headers are at my door. God, this flux stuff is like my moisturizer. You just gotta like get a little dab of it. Not too much. Please let go. Well, you did what I asked you to. Okay, we no longer need that being held. It's more so I just need the board being held from like this side. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. That did it. Amazing. I'm actually starting to get not too bad at that. Yep. I can see straight through it. And with that... Da-da-da-da! Flex sensor glove! Oh, that's awesome. I don't know what's looking at what. There we go. What a great stream today. Well, so far. Who knows? I may be back on here in a few hours. Yeah. Look at all we've accomplished today. We got our Flex Sensor glove. We got our Cheesecake slime tracker. For now. But yeah, as we are nearly 3 hours into the stream, I just want to say thank you so much to Damascus Everglades. I have a hard time reading it so far. For chatting on today's stream. And to whoever else is watching, thank you so much for watching, either previously or in the future. This has been Milsey. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll see y'all next time.